इस किस्म की फैन फॉलोइंग को संभालते कैसे मेरे भाई?
बड़े प्यार से संभालता हूँ मैं तो बहुत जेन्युइन तरीके से संभालता हूँ।
अभी इस चीज से एग्री करते हैं कि दैट फेवरेटिज्म होता है एंड इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज हंकी डोरी।
मेरे लिए जितना स्ट्रगल पहले ब्रेक के लिए होगा, उनके लिए उस पहले ब्रेक के बाद उतना ही स्ट्रगल होगा।
मुझे एक शाहरुख खान साहब की एक बात ध्यान में आ रही है। मेरे लिए आई थिंक कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर मैं कर रहा हूँ तो उसमें ये जरूरी है कि उसके अंदर मैं पसीना बहाऊं।
An exhausting day of work is a good day of work, isn't it? And so I just recall that while you said what you said.
What do you believe is the most challenging aspect of being an actor, and what do you think makes a performance most believable?
I have to come every day to be that character for as long as I'm playing that character. Action और cut के बीच में जो space है वो मेरा है, मेरे character का है। वो मैं जितना true रहूँगा उस space में, उतना वो audience के दिल तक पहुँचेगा वो performance.
Which Bollywood movie he can watch anytime without being bored, and why?
We all know the answer to that.
What important life lesson he learned that he can advise others?
Throughout this journey, I've learned that nothing is impossible. To be very honest, nothing is impossible.
If a movie is made into a small screen show, or vice versa, which movie or show will you prefer?
I think Imli can be made into a film. The show that I did. गोलमाल का भी वैसे भी आपने टेलीविजन शो गोलमाल तो शो बना ही दिया 7-8 निकल गए 5-6 निकल गए अब तक तो सीक्वल्स तो आई थिंक गोलमाल का भी एक टेलीविजन शो बना ही सकते हैं.
He doing next season of Big Boss? Question mark.
Mostly not. Mostly not.
What is the best way to get over a crush? P.S. You are my crush, Fahmaan.
What is the best way to get over a crush? Start dating the crush.
What is the best part of being an actor who's so loved by fans?
मैं बार-बार ये चीज बोलता हूँ हमारा रिश्ता अलग ये एक अटूट रिश्ता है जो शायद कभी टूटेगा क्योंकि दोनों तरफ से उतना ही प्यार.
All time favorite song?
Or a favorite song?
Were you shy as a child?
No, never. I was a very naughty kid.
Do you use emojis when you text your friends?
Yes, I do. I think it's very important to use emojis because कभी-कभी वो गलत interpretation हो जाता है.
If you get an audience with Tiger Salman Khan and Pathan Shah Rukh Khan for 30 seconds, what will you tell them?
Tiger Salman Khan and Pathan Shah Rukh Khan, what will I tell? Hi guys, this is Fahmaan Khan and you're watching me on Connect FM Canada with Faridoon. Stay connected.
All right, Fahmaan Khan, welcome on Connect FM Canada. कैसे हैं आप?
बस बढ़िया हूँ. Thank you for having me. Such a pleasure talking to you.
इस किस्म की फैन फॉलोइंग को संभालते कैसे मेरे भाई?
बड़े प्यार से संभालता हूँ मैं तो बहुत जेन्युइन तरीके से संभालता हूँ. संभालना कुछ नहीं होता. I think I believe in giving and taking. I really enjoy the love and I believe that I'm supposed to give back as much also. Through my work and through my constant interactions with them and बस शायद उसी चीज का प्यार उनमें इतना ज्यादा भी है to be very honest.
देखिए अभी हो क्या रहा है कि मैंने इनफैक्ट ट्वीट किया था क्वेश्चंस के लिए फहमान #फहमान विद फरीदून सो इट्स सारे ट्रेंडिंग और अगर उसमें आप भी सवाल आप देखें तो जिस किस्म के सवालों में जिस किस्म की डेप्थ है जिस किस्म की लेयरिंग है मतलब किस लेवल पे जो है वो सोचा जाता है आपके लिए मतलब सिर्फ उसको अगर आप पढ़े वो अपने आप में बहुत ही दिलचस्प एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है.
I read one of the tweets. एक ट्वीट मैंने भी पढ़ा था कि Faridoon has to do a lot of picking and deleting right now so that he can actually come down to a few questions that he can ask. I remember
हजारों सवाल हैं एंड मैं तो इनफैक्ट माफी चाहता हूँ कि दैट ओनली लिमिटेड सवाल हम लोग ले पा रहे हैं लेकिन ये है कि दैट आई थिंक द क्वेश्चंस आर एब्सोल्युटली अमेजिंग बट जैसे एक मैं आपसे और भी बात पूछना चाहूंगा बिफोर वी स्टार्ट टेकिंग द क्वेश्चंस जितने हो सके उतने हम लोग लेने की कोशिश करेंगे. ये जो आपकी जो आवाज है जो आपकी बैरिटोन है सो ये इसको आप do you do something for do you do some sort of gargling or something?
It's a funny story to be very honest. क्या हुआ था मैं जब बेंगलोर में एक थिएटर ग्रुप के साथ काम कर रहा था And this was when I was about 22, 23, I think. And my voice hadn't cracked yet. I had a very sleek voice. And the play that I was doing a Farsi theatre drama, which is Farsi theatre basically is larger than life, and it's something which shows larger than life characters. So you needed, and the character was very powerful. It was a story of a very very powerful woman who's taken over the world, but there's one guy in front of her who was not ready to bow down to her. और तो उसको झुकाने के चक्कर में ये उसको बड़े बड़े चेन से बांधती है, उसे टॉर्चर करती है यार. बहुत tall people are there who are beating him up, and he still has his head held up high. So I was doing that character, and the director, I remember when we were rehearsing and all of those things, he always he told me in one day he told the entire class this. He said, "This Fahmaan, इतना अच्छा actor है, लेकिन इसकी आवाज." This is what he did. मुझे ना वो बात दिल पे लगी. मुझे बहुत खराब, मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा उस चीज का. So I went and I sat down with a tutor who used to work with voices, and so I used to sit down with him for 3 hours in the morning. तो मुझे ओम वाला जो एक्सरसाइज होता है वो करवाते थे, हाई और लो सुर वाले. So I think there my voice cracked for the first time, and that's when I understood that I do also have a voice that I can use. That is, so I can go even like this. I can even talk like this without that baritone, and I can also talk like this. So that's where I got in that. तो अभी वो natural हो गया, अभी वो efforted नहीं होता. But initially it was a lot of effort put in for that.
Amazing. और इनफैक्ट पारसी थिएटर तो आई थिंक जो हिंदी फिल्म्स की जो शुरुआत है, आई थिंक उसका जेनेसिस जो है पारसी थिएटर पे डिपेंड करता है. इट्स अ वंडरफुल हिस्ट्री ओवर देयर एज वेल. एंड सो Fahmaan, when do we see you in movies? When do we see you getting actively involved in films? You have everything going for you.
Faridoon, to be very honest, देखो, by not being a star kid and coming to this industry, you don't have many choices. To be very honest, you do what you get. I've also believed for a fact that जो काम मेरी तरफ आएगा मैं करूँगा उसको. कोई काम छोटा है बड़ा नहीं होता. ये बोलते हैं बहुत लोग, हर कोई बोलता है, पर वो सक्सेसफुल होता है वो शायद यही बोलता है कि कोई काम छोटा है बड़ा नहीं होता. I am all in for a movie. I mean, who's not, right? But I've had people tell me that you need to leave the television industry and then go ahead and try for a film, and so you can give yourself that gap amount of time. तो मैंने इनको ये कहा कि अगर someone believes that I can pull off a film, I can deliver in the film industry, in a movie, then they will pick me. I'm going to give मैं अपनी कोशिश तो करता रहूँगा. ऐसे नहीं कि मैं घर बैठे इंतजार करूँगा कि कोई मुझे उठा ले. पर मैं अपने ऑडिशंस देता रहूँगा, मैं अपनी चीजें करता रहूँगा, वेब सीरीज हो जाए, फिल्म्स हो जाए. लेकिन जो काम मेरे हाथ में है उस चीज की इज्जत रखूंगा. मैं उसको ठुकरा के किसी और चीज में कोशिश करने की ये नहीं रखता, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि हर कोई काम मेरे लिए बेनिफिशियल है. एंड आई एम वेरी रेयरली डज इट हैपन दैट टेलीविजन में आपको अपनी एक्टिंग प्रूव करने को मिलता है, और मुझे माशाल्लाह से वो मौका मिला है. और हर कैरेक्टर मैंने अपने अलग तरीके से किया हुआ है, अलग तरीके का कैरेक्टर मिला है. So for me, it's all about performing, and I love performing in front of the camera. I love playing different characters. So if someone does pick me up in a movie, then nothing like it. But I'm also going to keep trying. Let's see, inshallah. जब वो लेकिन जो नसीब में है वो कभी ना कभी तो हो ही जाएगा.
अभी फिर से ये एक डिस्कशन काफी स्टार्ट हो गया प्रियंका चोपड़ा के जो रीसेंट डिस्क्लोजर उन्होंने अपने पॉडकास्ट में उन्होंने जो जिस तरीके से किया है. तो आप भी इस चीज से एग्री करते हैं कि दैट फेवरेटिज्म होता है एंड इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज हंकी डोरी?
I have a very different ideology to that. देखिए, एक मेरा ये सोचना है कि एक सुनार का बेटा सुनार ही बन सकता है ज्यादातर, unless he has something different. और अगर वो सुनार बनना चाहता है तो उसका बाप उसे फेवर तो करेगा ही ना, क्योंकि he is already a सुनार. तो I don't see anything wrong in it. Right, a person who works in the civil industry, someone who's a construction worker. I've had friends like that. My friend's father was a big constructor, he's a big builder. So his son took over his business and he's continuing doing what he's doing, what his father was doing. And his father must have helped him in some way to get there, right? अब उसके बाद जो आप अपने साथ करते हो वो आपके ऊपर डिपेंड है. Yes, जहाँ आपको पहला ब्रेक, मेरे लिए जितना स्ट्रगल पहले ब्रेक के लिए होगा, उनके लिए उस पहले ब्रेक के बाद उतना ही स्ट्रगल होगा to sustain that break. So I don't believe that nepotism or favouritism is a wrong thing. I just believe it's how you pull it off. Like Ranbir Kapoor did it so well. He's still one of the biggest stars. I probably to be the best actor in our industry at this moment, because he's continuously proving himself as an actor. So मेरे लिए कोई issue है नहीं वैसे. I'm like I think even Siddharth Chaturvedi mentioned it at some interview a long time back. He said जहाँ हमारा struggle खत्म होता है वहाँ से इनका शुरू होता है. You know. So I truly believe that, and I don't have a problem with favouritism or nepotism. I think it's in every industry we work in. This world functions like that. बाप तो अपने बेटे की help करेगा ही ना यार. क्या बोलते हो उसमें?
और नहीं सी बाप का बेटे को हेल्प करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आई थिंक दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज ऑल परवेसिव. लेकिन जो ये सर्टेन जो थॉट्स सामने आते हैं कि काफी बार जो आउटसाइडर्स होते हैं, मे बी शायद उनको जो मेहनत है शायद उनको दुगना तिगना गुना करना पड़ता है, बिकॉज उनके लिए एक सर्टेन कास्ट सिस्टम भी होता है कि ये टेलीविजन एक्टर है, ये फिल्म एक्टर है, ये ओटीटी स्टार है, जो कि बना दिया जाता है, एंड यू हैव टू फॉलो इन लाइन. और मे बी जो स्टार किड्स अगर हैं तो उनको जो है वो उस कास्ट सिस्टम का पार्ट नहीं बनाया जाता है, मे बी, एंड दे आर ट्रीटेड सेपरेटली. तो वो थोड़ा बहुत एक आई थिंक डिफरेंट यार्डस्टिक्स मे बी शायद होता है, मे बी शायद थोड़ा सा वो तकलीफदेह होता होगा.
जी देखो hurdles तो थोड़े ज्यादा हैं by not being one of them. It's a little more challenging. It's a little more you have to continuously prove yourself all the time. But like I said again, even though you're a star kid, even if you're getting that favouritism and you're getting that first film, first, second, third film maybe, how long can you sustain that? Right? The only way you will sustain it is when you're good with yourself. क्योंकि पब्लिक अगर एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगी आपको, चाहे जितने भी बड़े हो आप, जिसके भी बेटे हो आप, या जिसका भी आपका फेवरिज्म आपको मिले, आप कितना ही काम कर लोगे इस इंडस्ट्री में. और I believe that it's better to be it's better to be there for the long run than to be a short span, small burst of your performance or of your limelight in this industry. And जी हाँ, थोड़ा और मेहनत लगती है initially, but I think once you establish yourself, then it's a little more smoother sailing than what it is. And I think वो मजा भी है यार उस चीज का. मैं आज चौड़ा होके कह सकता हूँ कि मैंने अपने बलबूते पे जो भी किया मैंने किया. You know, and I love that feeling. My brother was an actor. All of these things were there for me, but I still chose the line that I wanted to do it myself. And since that happened, I'm so proud about it. My parents are so proud about that. So I'm okay with this. You know, I'll do it inch by inch. Dhaga dhaga banti chadar. Boondu boondu hai banta sagar is something I keep relating to a lot of times. So I think it's okay, and it's a beautiful journey, and it's a beautiful industry. And the most important thing for me is to perform different characters, and I'm doing that on a regular basis.
You know, आप जो कह रहे हैं वो आई थिंक मुझे एक शाहरुख खान साहब की एक बात ध्यान में आ रही है. उन्होंने एक उनका इंटरव्यू था जिसमें उनसे पूछा गया था कि अबाउट हिम बीइंग अ बिजनेसमैन, अ वेरी वेरी स्मार्ट बिजनेसमैन, एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट्स वो कैसे करते हैं. तो उन्होंने उसमें यही कहा था कि दैट मेरे लिए आई थिंक कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर मैं कर रहा हूँ तो उसमें ये ज़रूरी है कि उसके अंदर मैं पसीना बहाऊँ. अगर मैंने पसीना नहीं बहाया है तो मुझे फिर उससे तवक्को नहीं होना चाहिए कि दैट यू नो आई विल गेटिंग एनी रिटर्न्स व्हाटसोएवर. आई थिंक व्हाट यू आर सेइंग इज somewhat
industry loves man so much. That's why this industry loves that man so much, because he's got such right words to say at the right time. मैंने परसों ही किसी को अपने सेट पे एक co-actor को बोला ये चीज. When we were really tired, the entire day we were shooting in the rain and there was a lot of fire around and वो बारिश होती है. And she was like, यार बहुत थक गई हूँ मैं और you know मन कर रहा है कि जाके घर पे चिल करूँ. मैंने कहा यार an exhausting day of work is a good day of work, isn't it? And so I just recalled that while you said what you said. And it's a beautiful feeling to go back home tired and just lay back and sit back and recall the day and say, yeah, I had a good day today. And I love that.
Absolutely. And then Shah Rukh Khan started off with television, and as they say, rest is history.
Exactly.
All right. So Shah Rukh Khan se Fahmaan. Right. Shah Rukh Khan se Fahmaan Khan tak. All right. This is Sinchana from Bangalore. What is your greatest strength and weakness?
My greatest strength is never to let negativity touch me. To be very honest, is because जहाँ मुझे लगता है कि कुछ चीज नेगेटिव हो रही है, मैं उस चीज को completely shut out कर देता हूँ. I do not let it affect me in any possible way. Be it negative emotions or be it negative thoughts, whatever it is. So negativity को दूर करना मेरी बहुत अच्छी quality है जो मेरे अंदर मुझे लगता है कि बहुत सही है. And the biggest weakness is in the process of doing that. Sometimes maybe I lose out on relationships even. You know, not everybody can be positive all the time. There are phases in life people go through, and they might be in that space for a small period of time, and in that phase when they probably need me the most, I might not be there sometimes, just to evade that in my life. So I think that can be there's a pros and cons to both of them. So I think that's one of the things I would relate to at this moment.
All right, so ये सवाल है Ashni from Vancouver. आपके दोस्त हैं, आपको बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद करती हैं. What do you believe is the most challenging aspect of being an actor, and what do you think makes a performance most believable?
Right. The biggest challenge is, at least for me, is that I have to, at this moment in television, at least I can talk about, is that I have to come and repeat. I have to come every day to be that character for as long as I'm playing that character, and to figure out what I need to do for that in that scene as I get that scene, because I don't have time to prepare. There's no preparation time in television as such. But to completely justify that performance, justify that scene to the audience, and believe in it completely, no matter how and what you think of it, because there's no time to even sit down and change a scene at this point in television. So, चाहे जो भी हो, to prove to yourself, make yourself believe that it is possible, that this can happen, is a challenge in itself. What makes a performance most believable is being true to that performance, true to that character. I'm someone who doesn't dig into my emotions to portray a character. I dig into the emotions of the character itself. For me, while I'm playing Ravi today, I just as Ravi just lost the love of his life, Kirti, and she's the one who he's been with from childhood, and they were school buddies and school sweethearts and college sweethearts, and they were going to get married, and she dies in an accident on the day of her wedding with him. And there was a month and a half where I was going through an entire remorse as Ravi. Not once did I have to take an artificial tear. Not once did I not feel it. Not once did I not. I did sleep for 12 days when I was performing that, because I couldn't sleep. While I went to sleep, मैं चमक के उठता था. मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि कीर्ति को खो दिया है मैंने, और वो मुझे पता था कि कीर्ति को मैं नहीं खो रहा था, वो रवि खो रहा था. And Ravi had lost Kirti, and I was somewhere, obviously Ravi is in me and I'm Ravi. So I think that's what makes it most believable, to completely believe in the thing that your character is doing, and not doubt it for even a second, and let yourself go in a scene. Like there's a lot of people who said this, and I also said the same thing. Action और cut के बीच में जो space है वो मेरा है, मेरे character का है. वो मैं जितना true रहूँगा उस space में, उतना वो audience के दिल तक पहुँचेगा वो performance.
This is Aishwarya from Kerala. On what basis he chooses his projects? What are the main factors that attracts him towards his characters?
Hi Aishwarya, it's a lovely question. Thank you for asking this. I also mentioned that we don't have many choices at this point of time. But what I do is whatever character I get, I try and do something different to it from the previous characters, because there are so many characters in this world. Each one is so different from the other. Like you are so different from I am. I'm so different from someone else. And इतने लोग, इतने अलग-अलग characters हैं. You can pick points from people and make it one character. I can pick one thing from you, another thing from someone else, another thing from another person. I could pick 100 different characteristics from 100 different people and make it one character. This is what I try and do with every character that I play. My projects I don't choose as such. Very recently, I think this project is the only one I've chosen to do. uh, where I had choices. But in the past, I've never had choices as such. I got something, and I made the most out of it. And the best way you can do that is to try and analyze your character. What small points, nuances now हम लोग भूल जाते हैं. As an actor, I think that's what makes you different, stand out from the rest. Is you have to understand nuances of a character and what that nuances can do to that character. Each one will react to a certain situation very differently. I might react to something very differently compared to you, and so I think you have to understand what your character and how his base would react to certain situations, and build a character from there. That's what I do.
This is Ravi Randhawa from Odisha. Hi, Fahmaan sir. I'm Sona. My first question is why you always nice to everyone? How many talents do you have? You have a baritone voice? I think you have. Tell us your makeup product. I'm a biggest fan of Aryan Singh, Rathore, and now Ravi Randhawa. Lots of love from Odisha.
It's easier, man. It's just easier to be nice. I mean, isn't it? Uh, what do you think? Right? It's just so much more easier than being complicated in your head. And मैं लड़ाई भी करता हूँ तो मैं 5 मिनट में सुलझा भी लेता हूँ उस चीजों को. तो मुझे लगता है कि यार लड़ाई करके ज्यादा नेगेटिविटी एक दूसरे के बीच में रखना वो स्पेस थोड़ा कंजेस्टेड हो जाता है. आई थिंक यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग नेगेटिव इन योर हेड. योर हार्ट फील्स अ लिटिल heavy. So it's just nice to be nice. Yeah, it's not that I'm going to let anybody take me for granted in that way. I won't let you ride me. I won't let you, take me for a ride. And but to the fact that it's just easier to be nice. It's a very simple funda. And जो चीज मुझे करना था मैं वो कर रहा हूँ. I want to perform. I want to be an actor. I want to play characters, and I'm doing that on an everyday basis. So I'm just happy about that. I come and try and make the mood of everybody over here happy. कई बार हर किसी का मूड खराब रहता है, बहुत लोगों का मूड खराब रहता है. उसको लाइटन करना ना मुझे अंदर एक खुशी मिलती है कि किसी को आज मैंने हंसा पाया हूँ, किसी को आज मैं खुश कर पाया हूँ. And when I go back and I have relaxed in my own space, it's a nice pleasant feeling. I don't have to smile all the time, but I can just sit down and relax and say, "Yeah, I had a good day today." So it's nice to be nice. It's easier to be nice. Is the answer to that.
All right, this is Faz from India. What do you do for your inner peace and happiness when you are so much stressed, be it professional related or personal related matters? Kindly share the tip with us. Faz from India.
Faiz, hi Faiz. Lovely question again. I have a routine that I follow. This is the first bit of it. Whereas my mornings, जो भी मेरा कॉल टाइम हो, जो भी मेरा वर्क टाइम है, उसके मैं 2 घंटे पहले उठता हूँ. And I have my coffee out either on the balcony or wherever I'm staying, but in an open area. I sit down and I just give myself half an hour of quiet time. To be very honest, without any thoughts even. That coffee and the sky and that breeze in the morning, just the sound of the birds chirping, that just sets my day up. It makes me very relaxed. It makes me feel a very calm, a beautiful calm within myself, and that just sets my routine for the day. So I leave the house in a very calm, composed space. So to deal with things in a calm, composed space is much more easier than to deal with it in हड़बड़ी में. जब आप चीजें करते हो, बहुत चीजें निकलना है, मुझे जाना है, मुझे टाइम हो गया, बहुत लेट हो गया, ये सब चीजें जब आप करके घर से निकलते हो तो शायद लगता है कि कल आपका वैसे मुझ से जाएगा. तो ये जो सुबह का जो शांत है ना, वो बहुत जरूरी है मेरे लिए. और रात में भी जब मैं घर में जाता हूँ, चाहे जितने भी बजे हो, मैं वापस अपने आप को आधा घंटा देता हूँ सोने से पहले और मैं बैठता हूँ. So that time, no phones, no music. There's nothing technology can do with me or any of the exterior things can do with me. It's just me and nature, and I think that is how my day is set, and that's how I deal with a lot of stress. And I don't get stressed as such. Stress क्या होता है ना? सिंपल फंडा है मेरे दिमाग में. मुझे लगता है कि स्ट्रेस जितना आप लोगे उतना आपका काम होने वाला तो है नहीं. अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आई है, कोई रुकावट आई है, जिस चीज को आपको शायद डील करना नहीं आ रहा है, उससे आप स्ट्रेस लोगे तो आप डील करना नहीं समझोगे कैसे डील करें इस चीज को. तो व्हाट यू विल हैव टू डू इज टू लेट द स्ट्रेस अवे एंड सिट बैक, टेक दैट टाइम फॉर योरसेल्फ एंड फिगर आउट हाउ यू कैन फिगर दिस आउट. Figure it out. And I'm telling you, believe me, if you believe in that emotion कि यार ये हो जाएगा, I can figure this out, you will figure it out. You know.
This is Erina Winget from West Bengal. Which Bollywood movie he can watch anytime without being bored and why?
PDLJ, and we all know the answer to that.
Wow.
So I'm very
Okay.
fascinated with Tutorial Lokanwala. That is one of my favorite films. I don't know why.
Shooter and
I'm
Lokanwala.
very,
Shooter and
very, very,
Lokanwala.
very fascinated with that character, Maya Dollars. It had influenced me a lot, and that went a little wrong at points in my childhood when I was a teenager. I started believing that I was Maya Dollars. And there were things that went down really wrong, and I think it was lucky that I got out of it. But PDLJ is something I can always watch. There are a few Kalhona or something I can always watch. In the recent times, I think I've really watched Tamasha a lot of times and Rockstar a lot of times. Rockstar I can still sit down and watch and never get bored out of it. Ranbir Kapoor has done such an amazing job and given that character so much depth. Even Tamasha, although it didn't do well at the box office, but I think it's a very deep film and it is a beautiful film and it's very well executed story. It's a little deep for the Indian masala audience that we cater to, but I think it's a lovely film to actually watch.
Right. This is Tasneem from India. Your dream role.
There's so many. I'd like to play Godfather someday. I'd like to play Heath Ledger's character Joker someday. I'd like to do Pirates of the Caribbean someday. Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. I'd love to play ये जवानी दीवानी का जो रणबीर का character है someday. A romantic, fun, guy. I'd like to be. I'd really want to play a proper lower middle class person who's going through routines of life to figure out how he's going to meet and have ends meet. And I think that character can be portrayed in so many different ways. I think Manoj Bajpayee does it very well. Legend in that genre of films, very portrays to be such a powerful person, although being a low middle class or a middle class person. I think that's something I'd like to explore at some point. क्या होता है ना प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि मुझे देख के लोगों को लगता है कि रिच लुक है तो रिच कैरेक्टर ने इसको रवि रंधावा and Ajit Singh Rathore and stuff like that. I did a web series that I played in MLA's son, but I like to explore these. I think I can do that also.
Amazing. Okay. This is Nosh from Delhi. How would you define himself in one word?
Peaceful.
Peaceful. All right. This is Deepali from USA. Ask him what important life lesson he learned that he can advise others.
I think I've told you all so many things already. Stress, please make sure you don't take any and try and figure out whatever your issues are, and I'm sure you will figure it out. Throughout this journey, I've learned that nothing is impossible. To be very honest, nothing is impossible. You have your heart to it. एक और चीज मैं मानता हूँ कि टैलेंट एज सच कुछ नहीं होता है. रणदीप हुड्डा ने एक इंटरव्यू में कहा था और मैं बहुत अच्छी तरह से बहुत दिल से इस चीज को बिलीव करता हूँ कि टैलेंट जो लोग कहते हैं ना कि वो तो टैलेंटेड है यार इसलिए वो पाता है उससे. टैलेंटेड नहीं होता, वो एंथुसियाज्म, वो चाह है. The more you want to do something is when you start driving yourself interested in that thing and when you start executing it in your life. It's just being enthusiastic about something, and whatever you feel is right for you, go for it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't hesitate. Be ready to fail. It's a brilliant lesson to learn in life. Be ready to fail. If you can fail and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try it again, I'm sure you will succeed at some point.
This is NG from Delhi. How do you switch off the emotions of your character after a challenging scene and keep it from affecting you personally?
It's not easy. It's not easy. Like I said, especially Kirti's death, and even this happened even in Apna Time I got at one point because the girl I was in love, the character was in love with, had fallen sick and she was sick, she was in coma for about I think 3 weeks or something like that. It is difficult to get out of that emotion because you're playing that character on an everyday basis for 12 hours on a stretch. But I think you'll have to learn how to do that. You'll have to learn how to come back home and unwind. And I think that half an hour that I say that I get back home and I give myself alone, I think that's my space of coming out of the character and coming back to Fahmaan and start believing that I'm playing a character. But sometimes it doesn't happen. It's not that every day I'm able to do it. I'll still have to learn the art of being able to do that on an everyday basis. Like I said, कि 10-12 दिन में सो नहीं पाया और मुझे लगता था कि कीर्ति मर रही है, पर कीर्ति है नहीं, कोई नहीं. कीर्ति सिर्फ एक कैरेक्टर थी जो रवि की जिंदगी में थी. But yeah, I think that half an hour that I give myself in the night is somewhere I believe that that helps me get out of the character and switch off and switch on. I'm still learning on that.
Right, this is Aarti from Chennai. If a movie is made into a small screen show or vice versa, which movie or show will you prefer?
I think Imli can be made into a film. The show that I did. I would only relate to something that I've seen, I've done. So Imli is a show which I believe can be made into a film because the story was unbelievably amazing. And the 10 months that I was there, and it could be summarized and made a film out of. I think अंदाज अपना अपना एक television show बनाने की कोशिश कर सकता है. There's so much happening there already in that 2 or 3 and a half hour film that I think it can be stretched in a few episodes at least. If you go into a little depth of the film.
The world of Andaz Apna Apna.
Yeah, the world of Andaz Apna Apna. Because there's so many characters that you can actually sit back and look and see. Each of them have a journey that they've gone through in that film. You can actually explore each of the journey, and it will be a superb film. It will be a superb show to be. I think at least 50 episodes can be made on that. I think.
Mark यहाँ है.
गोलमाल का भी वैसे भी आपने टेलीविजन शो गोलमाल तो शो बना ही दिया 7-8 निकल गए 5-6 निकल गए अब तक तो सीक्वेंस तो आई थिंक गोलमाल का भी एक टेलीविजन शो बना ही सकते हैं. I think
that is true. All right, let's take Surabhi from Pune. Congratulations firstly for winning the ACB Cup. Second, in getting the Best Actor Male Award. What is the one thing you want to deplete from your life? Surabhi from Pune. कौन सी चीज आप हटाना चाहते हैं?
Surabhi from Pune. Deplete. Exactly what is the meaning of deplete? I'm not too sure about.
Deplete basically I think मेरे ख्याल से delete कहना चाह रही हैं शायद.
हाँ, delete है ना? What do you want to delete from my life?
Right.
The first question I'll answer. Thank you so much for the wishes for ACB. Cricket Bash is a lovely tournament to have every year. Although I didn't do much this year because I haven't practiced for a long time. But thank you so much, and thank you for the wishes for the award also. There's nothing I want to delete from my life. Nothing really, because like I said, every fall that I've had has lifted me up in a better space eventually. Everything that I've felt that was at that point that was bad and that was wrong, that shouldn't have happened to me. But once you lift yourself, pick yourself up and move ahead, you realize that also was a learning in your life and it helps you in the future and helps you in the longer run. So there's nothing I want to delete. I'm good. I'm happy with the way things have panned out. Maybe one thing, maybe. But I think that even that has taught me something. I would have not been this person at this point. मैं जब 2009 में एक बार मुंबई आया था, I had come for a short period of 4-5 months, and I was around 2007 में. I was 17 years old and I was very young and मेरे गली का हीरो था मैं. तो मुझे लगा मुंबई जाके हीरो बनेंगे, फिल्मों में काम करेंगे. और जब मैं यहाँ पहुंचा तो मुझे पता चला जिंदगी का असलियत. यहाँ पे जो लड़के थे उनको देख के मैं परेशान हो गया. I was offered a television show at that time, Dil Dosti Dance channel V पे जो आया था. मैंने उनको मना कर दिया. मैंने कहा नहीं, मुझे फिल्म्स करनी है. पर उन्होंने मुझे, I think they followed up with me for the next 10, 15, 20 days, and every day he used to call me the main head of Innumol, and he used to tell me that Fahmaan, एक साल में तू गाड़ी बंगला घर सब खरीद लेगा जब तक बजट दे रहा हूँ तेरा. और मैंने कहा नहीं सर, फिल्म ही करना है मुझे. एंड 6 महीने बाद मैं भाग भी गया वापस. because मुझे कुछ मिला नहीं, ना तो मुझे कुछ समझा. And do I regret that? No, I don't. I think maybe if I had done that, I would have ridden so high already that I wouldn't have understood the person that I am today. So I think even that happened for the right reason.
All right. Okay. This is Shalvi from India telling me he's such a good dancer. Have seen his dance reels and him dancing in Ravivar with Star Parivar and on the stage of Jhalak during his show promotion. So I want to ask, when will we see him in a dance reality show?
I'm not sure yet. I don't know because at this moment I'm not too much of a reality show kind of a person. रविवार में स्टार परिवार तो बहुत ऐसे ही पता ही था कि क्या होने वाला है, बस हम लोग पहुंच गए, शो ऑलरेडी चल रहा था तो उन्होंने एक दिन मांगा था तो उन्होंने एक दिन दे दिया, वो शो हिट हो गया, इट बिकेम अ बिग थिंग. I'm more focused on playing characters and doing different roles and different genres and different mediums and different platforms. And in that process, if I have to dance, I'd love to do that. I have not thought about a reality show yet because right now I've been working quite a bit in the past. So reality का time नहीं मिला है अब तक. अगर वो हो जाए तो maybe at that point if I'm feeling it, I'll do it. But right now there is nothing as such.
This is Chaudhary Shajrul Nisa from Mumbai. He doing next season of Big Boss? Question mark.
Mostly not. Mostly not. Like I said, I'm not a reality kind of a person. और मैं एक घर में बंद नहीं रह सकता यार. मैं बहुत चंचल इंसान हूँ. मैं बैठ नहीं सकता थोड़ी देर के लिए. चुपचाप इतना समय 4 महीने किसी घर में पड़े रहना, किसी घर में रहना. God, I don't know if I can take that. So I अंदर जाके तड़पने से बेहतर है कि बाहर रह के समझ जाऊँ कि नहीं कर सकता मैं ये चीज.
Okay. This is Shika from Mumbai. When will we see him in Mumbai ka Gunda kind of role?
I'm looking forward. I'm looking for it, and the day I get it, I'm going to really make the most out of it because I think I've grown up watching these films who have had bhais in it, and वास्तव मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता था. Florida Logan वाला, as I mentioned. So I want to say dialogues like अपन का धंधा डर पे चलता है, सिर्फ एक भी डर साला मरेगा तो अपने आप 100 लाइन लगाएगा पैसा देने. So yeah, I'd love to do something like this soon.
Shreya from Kolkata, where do you see yourself in the next few years? We know you love enjoying the present, but are there any particular goals you want to achieve in next few years?
Shreya, hi Shreya. There are no actual long-term goals as such. To be very frank, like you said, I live in the present because I don't know what my future holds and what anybody's future holds. But I would love to keep doing improving my work, improving my acting, and I would love to be in better mediums, in bigger mediums, not better mediums, in bigger mediums. I would love to explore the OTT platform. I'd love to do movies. I'd love to do I'd love to do artistic films. And I have to be very honest in telling you this. I'm very fond of artistic films. I think I can play characters that are very real, and yes, the glamour and the Bollywood and the big fashion is a beautiful place to be in. But in between that, if I can get to play art films, that would be lovely, and I see myself doing that. Other than that, I'd like to have a home in Kodaikanal, to be very precise. It's a beautiful. Have you ever been to Kodaikanal?
I've not been to Kodaikanal, I've been to Coorg.
Yeah, you should go to Kodaikanal. It's a very beautiful forest mountain, and one of the most beautiful hill stations I've ever been to, because the other stations are all snow mountains and snow mountains basically. So this is one forest mountain that I found really very, very calming and beautiful. So I'd like to buy a home there. That's something I'd really like to do.
So when you say artistic films, any references?
No, no references. I can't remember the film's name. Brad Pitt had done a film. Even Tom Cruise had done a film which he had really lost a lot of weight for. Even Randeep Buddha recently did a film that is a character of a thief, a don. I don't remember the names. I forget film names very a lot. So there's no reference as such particularly. But at this moment, I think I've seen a few films which are very abstract in terms of giving you real characters, real life characters, but showing the real life stories. And I'd like to. There's no reference as such, but yeah, I'd like someone to pick me up for a film that is very artistic and very real time, within the glamour.
Great. Ria from Canada, how do you keep your interest in the role you're playing if the storyline isn't as clear or if the execution lacks, does it affect your own understanding of the character?
Well, there are two questions in that. First of all, how do I keep it clear in my head is by adding my own thought to what the writer might be trying to say. See, it's very important for you to understand. A lot of people lack that. I think that you try and understand that when a writer is writing a story, he's obviously thinking of something. There has to be a thought behind that. And as he go in, and when he's writing in something, if you don't understand it, there's probably is some point in that you're not trying to get, that you're not trying to figure out for yourself as to where the writer is coming from. So to find that is a point that I really dig into. That's one thing I do. I really try and figure out what the writer might be thinking at a particular point. Uh, and also, yeah, to keep sane while you feel that this is not up to the mark is also a challenge in its own. And I think it's important for you to believe. And like I said, I think when starting with the interview, I said, no matter what it is, whatever is written, whatever the story is, if you don't believe in it, you will never be able to believe. You will never be able to make the audience believe in it. You have to justify it in your head in no matter what. You can't go out there on set in front of the camera before action and not believe in what you're going to do from here on. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I believe that's very wrong for you as an actor to do. No matter what it is, even if I'm doing the most ridiculous scene and that makes no sense whatsoever, if I believe in it, I can make the audience believe in it. So for me, belief is very important, no matter what it is. I think I'll go with that thought.
This is Aliza from Bareilly, India. What is the best way to get over a crush? P.S. You are my crush, Fahmaan.
What is the best way to get over a crush? Start dating the crush.
Oh,
No, but
okay.
I'm not too well versed in this. I haven't gotten over so many crushes that I've had. So yeah, I don't know what to say to you. And thank you for saying that I'm your crush. Just that.
All right. This is Radhika from Nagpur. What is the best part of being an actor who's so loved by fans?
The fact that you're loved by fans is a good part of being an actor. That is very. See, I'll say this again. I've always, since the time I've wanted to become an actor, I've seen how celebrities behave in certain ways and sometimes, and I've seen my own friends when I was still trying to make something out of myself. I've seen actors who were big at that time who used to say कि यार हाँ वो तो है ही, पर मेरे लिए वो इतना जरूरी है ना कि यार मेरा काम जो है मेरा what I do is all dependent, not dependent, but it is all for you, the audience. And if I don't believe in reciprocating to them in the way that they love you, and your work does not make any sense anymore now. I mean, उनका प्यार, उनका acceptance, वो सब इतना important है. And since I love the fact that you love me so much, the audience loves me so much, I feel I need to give it back also. I will give it back mostly by my work. So I can try and prove, I can try and keep doing the best work that I can do. And also, whenever I can, whenever possible, I'll try and interact with you. Maybe not directly, but now we have the advantage of having social media as an interaction portal for actors and their celebrities and their fans. But मैं बार-बार ये चीज बोलता हूँ, हमारा रिश्ता अलग ये अटूट रिश्ता है जो शायद कभी टूटेगा क्योंकि दोनों तरफ से उतना ही प्यार.
All right. This is Julia from Mississauga. How do you prepare yourself for emotional scenes so the audience can relate to the emotions of the character?
I believe in the emotions of the character. I've said it before. I believe that Ravi or Aryan or V or any of these characters that I've played, I believe that they are going through that situation really. And if you don't believe in that, I have to really believe in it. I think that's why it relates so well to the audience. And I've been lucky enough for him to be an actor who's had this feedback that everything that you do, every scene that you do, it is so relatable to the real life scenarios. I think that's because I'm not going and digging deep into my own emotions, but I'm digging into emotions of the character that I'm playing, and that works for me. And I mean, some people have different. Yeah, acting a good textbook है नहीं. हर किसी का अपना अपना फंडा होता है, अपना तरीका होता है. तो मेरा तरीका ये है कि अगर मैं उस इमोशन को रियली फील कर सकूं, जो वो कैरेक्टर फील कर सकता है, तो इट इज द बेस्ट थिंग दैट कैन हैपन, राइट? I mean, you're not thinking about your emotions, you're thinking about the character's emotions, and you're feeling the character's emotion, and you are that character at that point. So Fahmaan is not there anymore.
Great. This is Samira from Lima, Peru. Some guilty pleasures like ice cream after gym, marathon of series or video games until dawn, something like that. And tell him that we love him and personally I admire his work very much. Samira from Lima, Peru. So do you have any guilty pleasures like ice cream after gym or
Um, to be very honest, my guilty pleasure is thumbs up after a beautiful lunch, lunch with rice in it and biryani in it. Oh God, I'm already hungry. But yeah, I don't get to eat that much that well, especially the rice and the rotis and the breads. So sometimes I do sit down and enjoy my biryani with a half-liter thumbs up, and mutton biryani especially. And I think that is one of the guilty pleasures that I've had. Sometimes I also enjoy. I don't like ice cream. I don't like sweets as much. I'm not too much of a sweet tooth. आइसक्रीम्स और चॉकलेट्स तो ठीक है, होंगे तो अच्छी बात है, बट आई एम वेरी मुझे तीखा खाना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. So I like these really spicy chaats that are made in Bangalore. Bangalore has amazing chaats that are made. जो spicy होते हैं, तीखे होते हैं, चटनी भरी हुई होती है. वो मुझे बहुत पसंद होता है. Those are my guilty pleasures because I don't get to eat that much.
all right, I'll take one more question. This is Ria from Canada. Fun question. How do you feel about your fans making memes and making fun in good humor about your roles or scenes or comments? Does it ever make you laugh or do you get bothered by it?
No, I don't get bothered by it. I laugh, and I share a few also. I think they're pretty witty. Quite a lot of them are very witty and very well thought of. And I like the creative thought behind it, and I think it's interesting how they actually sit down and make all of these things. Because I don't think I can ever make a meme, but to look at, and if you're a meme material, then you're there in the industry, bro.
Absolutely. Your first audition.
My first audition was in 2003. I was 13 years old, and I gave an audition for a Parle G ad back in Bangalore, and I think I cracked that also. Not a Parle G, sorry, it was a milk, Arokya milk products. Down south, like how Nandini is over, it's Arokya milk products. So I think I cracked that, and I did that ad also when I was 13.
Do you remember what you buy in your first salary?
I did my first check. I remember buying a pair of earrings for mom, artificial earrings for mom. I did that one thing. And then I bought myself, I think, a wallet. Yeah, I think a wallet. Bought myself a wallet.
Okay. Your fitness mantra.
Run as much as you can. Do as much cardio as you can. Eat healthy. Stay away from working too much in the gym. Just have a good, lovely diet and run. I just run. I love running.
Okay. All-time favorite film.
My favorite film, Castaway.
All-time favorite show.
Friends, Two and a Half Men, How I Met Your Mother. The list goes on. There's
All-time favorite.
the poster that I have behind. It's The Walking Dead. It's one of my favorite shows on I think it was ABC or something like that. But yeah, they're the ones.
All-time favorite song.
Or a favorite song. तो अपना उदित नारायण का कई गाने हैं यार. एक तो मुझे धड़कन वाले गाने बहुत ज्यादा पसंद हैं. But I have this one song. I don't know many people know this, but Kenny Rogers has this one song called "Cover to the County." Kenny Rogers is one song. It's a lovely track. It has. I really enjoy country music at this point of time because I believe that they tell you an entire story in one song. Or yeah, Kenny Rogers. I'll go for that. Kenny Rogers is covered in the county.
Is it okay to be friends with an ex?
I think it's okay. I am friends with my ex. Certainly okay, as long as you have a mutual understanding as to why you broke up.
Okay. Were you shy as a child?
No, never. I was a very naughty kid. Very out there. Very annoying to my parents, of course.
Okay. Can a text message ever have too many exclamation points?
And no, it can never have it. It cannot never have too many. I think the right exclamation mark leaves a lot of unsaid things already said in that message. Otherwise, you start thinking as to क्या बोलना चाह क्या रहा है. Exclamation mark ना उस चीज को खत्म कर देता है.
Do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't have any tattoos. As an actor, I don't want to have tattoos ever in my life.
Okay. Have you ever gone skydiving?
I have not, but I would so love to. I really want to, and I will very, very soon. I'm looking forward to it very soon.
Are sunsets better than sunrises?
Yeah, sunsets any day.
If given a chance, would you want to go to the Mars?
To Mars, right? Yeah, why not? Explore a new planet? Hell yeah, totally.
Can you do 20 push-ups in a row?
Yeah, I can. That'll be easy.
Okay. Do you use emojis when you text your friends?
Yes, I do. I think it's very important to use emojis until because कभी-कभी वो गलत interpretation हो जाता है, perception गलत हो जाता है सामने वाले को पढ़ते-पढ़ते. So emojis ना helps that thing, make it okay for that person to read.
Do you put sugar in your coffee?
I put गिन के 6 दाने. सुबह की sugar coffee. My only morning coffee has sugar because that's the only time I drink it with milk. So that has about 6 to 8 proper sugar के दाने.
Okay. If you get an audience with Tiger Salman Khan and Pathan Shah Rukh Khan for 30 seconds, what will you tell them?
Tiger Salman Khan and Pathan Shah Rukh Khan. What will I tell? I don't remember the dialogues of both. But I remember, what is the dialogue that Shah Rukh Khan said? पठान जब तक पार्टी में आता नहीं तब तक पार्टी कहानी शुरू होती है शायद ऐसा कुछ है. यहाँ तो मैं आ गया हूँ पार्टी अब शुरू करे कुछ तो ऐसा है, right? I don't remember that. And Tiger भी जिंदा है. आगे देखो होता है क्या. पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त.
Okay. Are you a neatness freak?
No, to a certain extent, I like to keep my home very clean, so that when I can go back home, I can actually feel a different, a lovely vibe to it. गंदगी मुझे थोड़ी irritate करती है, so I keep my surroundings very clean. I do that. My car is clean, my house is clean, my room set is clean.
Are you a night owl?
I used to be for a long time, but nowadays because of the workload and the kind of work that I'm doing, I've reduced on that. So I sleep on time so I can wake up fresh and do my work well.
Okay, would you want to be 25% happier, but the catch is you have to walk 25% slower?
The catch is I have to walk 25% slower?
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I'd rather work. I'll get the happiness by working.
Do you like road trips? Road
trips? Yes, hell yeah. That's one of my most favorite things. I'm a huge trekking fan. I love going for treks. I love going sitting on the top of a mountain and breathing. And yeah, I like road trips. I recently went to Goa with my car. I love doing that, yeah.
Have you ever been starstruck?
Yes, when I met Hrithik Roshan in his wedding, I was 6 years old. Hrithik ki shadi Bangalore mein hui thi because Sanjay Khan and his entire family lives and his house is in Bangalore. So an invitation आया था तरफ से and I went there. I was 6 years old and I remember he was dancing and I was dancing. Our backs touched. I was a small child, baby, and he almost knocked me down. So I turned and looked at him. Hrithik Roshan right in front of me. He bent down, he kissed my cheek and he said, "I'm sorry." And I was just there that. I'm like, wow. And this was just after Kahona Pyar Hai. So, you know, he was big to have Hrithik Roshan right in front of me. And he was big.
He's tall. Okay.
Yeah, very tall, very proud at that time also.
Name the best place on this planet.
Iceland for me.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a cool greeting?
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the real world. It sucks and you're gonna love it.
All right. Last question. If you can sum up your fans in a hashtag.
Relentless, beautiful, stubborn, yet loving, so amazing, and hashtag I love you too.
Fahmaan, lovely talking to you. Thank you very much for your time, and
It was lovely
congratulations.
talking to you, Faridoon. Thank you so much for having me.